Hey students, this is Mr. Roberts, and I am going to just cover some things that I talked with you yesterday on. For the future, this may be brand new stuff to you. If you were absent yesterday, then you'll probably need to get this for the first time. First of all, most of the information for this stuff is going to be in your Google Classroom. So you're going to want to go to Classroom. And I am on my personal account. Let me switch that real quick. Once we're in Classroom, then go to whatever class you're in. And we will go to the assignment or the material. Actually, it's going to be posted a new material, and the Illustrator files will be in there. Now, to download these files, there's a little bit of a trick. You're going to click on the actual file, and you will see it there, and it will be a preview, but you can't download it from this page. You need to go to the three little dots in the top right-hand corner. Click on them, go to New Window. Once you have the new window, you have the download button. You'll click that, and it will download automatically to your Downloads folder in Finder. So let's go look at that. I'll go ahead and close this whole window, and I will go to Finder. I'll go to my Downloads folder, and there are some files. So these aren't the ones that I was just showing you. These are other files that we're going to be working with today, but you get the picture. It's going to go to the Downloads folder. So close this, and let's open Adobe Illustrators. We're going to go to Launchpad, find Adobe Illustrator, put all my stuff in a folder. So I have an Adobe folder, and there you go, Adobe Illustrator CC 2018. And Adobe Illustrator is open. So at this page we have some options. First of all, we can create a new document, or we can open up a document that we've previously opened, like these four here. If this window for some reason doesn't show up, you can always go up to File, New, or Open, and it'll give you these options. So let's play around with one that we already have open. I'm going to have you download this one. If you haven't already, then go do that now. So I'm going to open up Zooming AI. So let's talk about Workspace for a second. This is your overall Illustrator workspace. You've got different workspaces to choose from. The top right hand corner, you've got this pull down with Essentials. You also have Essentials Classic, Layout, Painting, Printing, Tracing. They're all good for different jobs that you're going to do. But we're going to use Essentials for right now. At the very top, you have your menu window. Remember, on a Mac, this changes according to what program you go to. So if I switch to Chrome, well, guess what? That changes to Chrome. Close that, click back on Illustrator, and it's on Illustrator. Below this menu bar, you have another bar that this is just pretty much showing you where you are. You're in Illustrator, and you have different options for the way your screen is laid out. This little rocket ship is important. Okay, when you click on the rocket ship, it opens up a performance menu, and it says GPU performance. That means that the actual separate graphics processing unit, or GPU, in the computer is backing up, and it's helping Illustrator do its work. Illustrator takes a lot of resources from the computer. So you want this turned on. Now, let's say you have an older computer and it is having a hard time, or it doesn't have a secondary GPU. Then this may be turned off or clicked off. If I turn this off, click OK, my little rocket ship has a little button by it that says it's disabled. But I want that on, so I'm going to turn it back on, click OK. To the left, we have our Tools panel. Now, my Tools panel is double stacked right and left because I don't have a lot of room on my screen. I'm working on a laptop. This little button up here will allow you, once I click on it, it brings all of these icons together in one screen, but they don't all fit. So that's why generally I have to click that to have them all in one place. To the right hand side, we have our panels. Now, panels are in groups, but they have tabs. So you'll understand that a little bit more next. Properties is for properties according to whatever you're working on. Layers, we'll get into later. Libraries, all of this stuff changes. If you want to have another panel, let's say you come up here to Window and let's try the Brushes panel because we will end up using brushes. If I click on the Brushes panel, then it opens it right here. And this panel is free floating. Wherever I want to move it, I can. But if I want to stick it in the panel's, place on the right hand side, I can drag it to the right and bring it up to the top and see how that turns blue. That means that it is wanting to dock it into the panel section. If I release it, there you go. Brushes is up here and it is one of the tabs in the panels layer. You could also grab it and pull it down to the bottom. See how it turns blue on the bottom? That means that now it's going to dock it according to the bottom. I can do the same thing with symbols. I can move it down here to this panel section. Swatches also. You get the drift. You can really customize this any way you want. And if you want more, room on the computer screen, you can click this little collapse icons button and that brings it over to the far right. So you get even more options for what you're doing. And these pop up. This is, in my class, I consider this your computer, your screen. You can lay this out any way you want to. You can easily move panels around. If you want this whole, tools panel, whoops, I don't know what happened there. Ah, crap. I love this. Yeah. If you want this whole tools panel to be on the far right hand side, you can bring it over. So you get a little blue icon there. And now your tools are on the right hand side with everything else. You can easily move this stuff around and do any old thing you want to it. And a lot of students will move things and then they'll get frustrated because it's not the way they wanted it. Well, here is a quick fix. Come up here to Essentials. Remember Essentials, and these are all your different options for workspaces. Click on Essentials. Okay. Essentials is checked. Now come down and say Reset Essentials. That is going to set it back up exactly like you had it to begin with. If you create something brand new, and let's say you love it, you can come down and click New Workspace and then rename this, Robert's Favorite. And you can save that as, your brand new workspace that you created. I'm going to click Cancel to get out of that, but I'm going to leave it on Essentials. Also, you can manage workspaces. So you can bring them up all in a list and, coordinate whatever you want. Those are workspaces. The more you work with this, you'll like some panels. You'll realize, hey, I don't ever use libraries. I want to get rid of that. So I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to close the libraries panel. Or if I don't like any of these panels, I can right click and just close panel, close tab group or collapse all or auto collapse iconic panels. You get the drift. You have total control. You can do what you want. But when you someday accidentally, like I just did, close the libraries panel and you're like, oh no, I need the libraries panel back. Well, you can go up here to Essentials and reset Essentials, or you can go over here to Window. Okay, this is where all your panels live, all your windows. come down to libraries and click on libraries, and look, it puts it right back where it was. So right now we're talking about getting around. Next, okay, we have a tab open right here, and this is a project. You can have multiple projects open. If I wanted to come up here and open another project, I can, what's this one? I can open this project, and now I'll have two projects open at one time. Now, there is a difference between these projects. If you notice on this project, this is one little racetrack project that someone has illustrated. On this project, though, this is a layout for a graphic artist that is going to be sending a whole bunch of stuff for a business to a printer. And this business has said, look, we want a matching letterhead set. We want stuff that we can send out from our company that looks great and it all matches. So this artist created a project, okay? And then in the project, they had different artboards. So artboard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. What this is they said, we want a letterhead, first of all. So we want something that is pretty on the back, it's green, and we want something that's white on the front, and we can put this into our printer and print on this, and it's got our company logo. We want a poster that we can hang up at different businesses. So that's what this is right here. He said, we want some postcards that we can send out to customers to say, hey, you know, come check out our new store. And they've got two colors of these artboards, and then they've got on the other side of it, they've got a, these are postcards, not artboards. Each of these artboards are a postcard, and on the other side of it, it's white. And then lastly, they said we need some business cards. So we want our business cards to match everything else. This is the front of the business card, the back of the business card. It's got their logo. So here you go. You've got a project that has every artboard in the same one. The reason you're doing that is if you had a project for each of these, then you would have to constantly be clicking between them. But with this project, you've got everything right here. And if you get zoomed in and you want to go back, let's say you have 50 artboards in one project and you want to get back to the middle, just click on View, come down, and tell it to fit all in window. And there you go. All the artboards in one window. Maybe you want to come down to just this little artboard. When I click on it, it's hard to see, but there is a little black outline right here. You can see the outline. It's kind of hard to see, like I said, but it's this line right here. And if I am with all of my panels and I want to click into just this one, I can click on that artboard, then click View, and fit artboard in window. What it does is it zooms in. The others are still there, see? But it zooms in to just that artboard. And now I can see that artboard very well. And I can tweak this design. The great thing about having all the artboards, and by the way, get used to using keyboard shortcuts. You know, this is Option, okay, Command, and 0. That's fit all in window. So if I'm zoomed in right here, and then I go to my keyboard and I hit Option, Command, 0, it fits everything right there. If I'm on this artboard and I go to, what is it? Fit artboard in window. That's just Command 0. So now with this one selected, I'm going to hit Command 0, and that's right there. I'm about to run out of time, so I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to start a new one. So hang on, go ahead and go to the second video in this series.